for all of you, IT and others, for allowing me to speak on this occasion. Technological integration in disaster management internal security, that's my topic here. I was told that the distinguished members of the audience here have a lot to do with the business entrepreneurship and development. I thought let me make use of this forum for showing you some of the internal issues which affect our national security and disaster management, where many of you can join hands and actually take it forward. In that context, first we come to disaster response. We have 10 battalions of disaster management disaster response force across the country. And they are located in various places. They are doing a commendable work. Commendable work means in the disaster response, we not only do the response part, but we also do the prevention part. We make the villages and identify the disaster-prone areas, and then try to empower them, capacity building, and make them disaster resilient and prevent disasters. In the event of a disaster, the loss to be mitigated and reduced. This effort also we are doing. So some of the examples of what we did in the last 1 year, the data shows how many people have been benefited. It includes lots. Mostly we invest on children and women. Today being Women's Day is very important for us. We invest on women also. The Dubri in Assam went to a village. Every year the village gets ravished, floods. Went to another village, Boripada Padar in Odisha, Mahanadi banks. Every last 5 years, village goes underwater. What do? We go to the village, talk to villagers, and they say, okay, we want this, we want that. We said, okay, next year we'll give you boats, next year we'll give you medicine, next year we'll give you doctors, etc., etc. All those human things are possible. They also wanted a particular place to stay, shelter. Network with the corporates like this, and somebody said, okay, I'll give 85 lakhs, 55 lakhs, we'll make some shelter there. I said, please go, shake hands with the BDO, and we try network with the BDO or the development officer there and build up some shelters out there. A lot of commendable work we are doing across the country. And if any of you are interested, please mail to us. We'll be too happy to join hands with you. Challenges. First and foremost, when we find, we have gone to Japan too. Our officers, 46 our team, went to Japan to do an interesting job there to attend to the great tsunami and disaster, triple earthquake. And in that context, when we found a lot of challenges have come in our operations. One is a containerization. There are different types of tools and equipments we need to carry. But we still go by the kabadi type, किसी को बुला लिया, अच्छा ले आओ सामान कुछ बांधो इसको लगाओ कांटी लगाओ की लगाओ. That's not the way. Sophisticated equipments require sophisticated treatment for containerization. We are looking into that. That's one aspect. Second is a location finder. Persons in distress. A huge building collapses. We have the direction finder we have. Equipments will show that in this direction. It could be 20 meters to 2 or 2 kilometers. Where the man is suffering, somebody is dying, somebody is injured, we can't exactly locate. We are looking for location finders. It's very important for us. Once we get the exact location, sort of GPS location, it's not difficult for us. When the aircraft can fly in the air and have a GPS location of miles and miles away, why can't we have some sort of GPS location on ground too? I'm sure this ICT can help in that point too. Rescue in muddy and floody waters. Recently we had an incident in Uttarakhand on a Bolero Jeep when we went down with 7 people. Local police and administration, collector, everybody got into action and they rescued 3. 4 people and the Bolero Jeep was missing. They don't know what to do. One day, second day, third day they tried, they couldn't. The collector called me and said, can you help? I said, okay, my team is there, we'll send the team. Let's see what we can do. Our NDRF boys went there, they put on their coats and etc., went into the river. The river, the beauty of the river is that it was completely in spate, muddy water, and the temperature was freezing. Imagine the freezing water, how they go underneath. They did their best. One day, second day, nothing came out. All the villagers came, sir, aap kuch karo, and kaun karega? So our boys got excited. He said, okay, now Jai Bajrang Bali karo now. They went into water, and then they could not locate anything. And some idea struck, okay, let's make a whirlpool of the boat. We have a lot of boats. Made a whirlpool out of the boats to see something coming up and found the diesel coming up at a particular place, which is around 45 meters from the place where from the Bolero fell down. 45 meters down the line. Then, of course, they went underneath, took out the Bolero Jeep and rescued 4 bodies. For the person the lady whose husband is dead, for her that's the God sent. So it's very important for her. Why I'm mentioning is that in such situations, we have no mechanism whatsoever. I don't know how information technology is in locating such people in distress. Dead body could be injured persons, vehicles, all sort of things in such places. We need your support if anybody can do that. So technological innovations can make a great difference in disaster response and disaster prevention. All these tracking movements of rescue personnel in muddy waters. When the fellows go underneath, I hold my breath because my boys are there. You know, it's freezing cold, muddy water, they are snorkeling and the equipments are there, they have oxygen with them. Fair enough, but something happens, I'll come to know after 2-3 minutes because you can't have all the time rope with them. They have to go, you have to move up and down. When they go for exercises, we hold on to them by the rope. When they go for action, you can't have a rope with them because it's not so easy. They have to be moving up and down. So in such situations, if any tracking system would be there, it will be a great boon to us. Then a unified communication system, vulnerability mapping linked with the forecast and prediction options. Can you believe I was asking the agencies concerned here? I said, all right, Mahanadi gets flooded every year. Can you tell me the villages which will get flooded every year or which have been getting flooded for the last 5 years? Let's go to all those villages and try to empower them, try to enrich them to face disasters. There is no data available. Data available says, okay, Mahanadi gets flooded, so many villages got flooded. That may not. This sort of prediction capability based on the data we have, that's again going beyond that. It's a knowledge bank we have to develop. That's also required. I'm coming shortly to internal security issues because I was asked to speak based on my earlier experience in working in CRPF for a long time. There were so many challenges, technological, operational, personal, administrative, etc. These are the small pictures of the mines, IED, improvised explosive device which the left-wing extremists use. Hard, pakka, concrete roads you can see. They dig out, or maybe under construction itself, all these mines are there. Can you believe it is 90 to 100 kilos weight explosive device underground? 2-3 trucks can go on one blast, that's it. Then the amount of calamity they cause, mine-protected vehicles, bullet-protected vehicles, all vehicles go into air and our men die. With this in view, it's a Lohardaga incident. There 139 blasts took place in one go. All were tied together and we lost around 11 men, totally 11 men, 44 fellows injured in an operation in the thick forest of Lohardaga. So the requirements of the internal security forces are exclusive, which many of you may not be aware. First and foremost, I would say the communication system. Mobile phone locator. Kishanji operation is an example. I don't know if you heard about Kishanji, an Naxal leader was in an encounter he was finished. That entire operation, for 11 months there was wireless interception because they were using cell phones. After that, everything snapped. Nobody has got any intelligence. We have to send our men inside and get only human intelligence because the technological systems were not advanced to that level of intercepting these people. They were using a lot of cell phones, a lot of SIM cards, but mobile phone locators and surveillance systems failed. We did not have. Can you believe that? Portable VSAT terminal is something which we look forward to when we establish a camp inside a forest like Abu Zmad. 4,500 kilometers of area. Even the British, I believe, have not surveyed the area. When you go into Operation Naxal headquarters, what do? There's no communication system. Cell phones won't work. Nothing will work. Even wireless systems also have a frequency level which goes into the air. That the gray area, the wireless system also doesn't catch up. Then therefore we need satellite systems. Then a software-defined radio, satellite tracker for detecting movement of the troops. So trackers we have today, that's all important. Why not we manufacture here? It's not a rocket science. So we need to have some system by which our research-based systems can be developed into detecting movement of the troops by using trackers. Portable 3G, then direction finder as I mentioned. Mobile BTS, base transceiver station, especially in the Abu Zmad area, Chhattisgarh area. Then optical devices, helmet mounted devices, GPS, RFID embedded in weapons. Can you believe the weapons are lost? If you have some system in a weapon, small minuscule system by which the weapons are lost, somebody takes away a weapon or somebody loots a weapon or encounter they take away a weapon, we should be able to disentangle a weapon. We should be able to make some sort of trigger by which the weapon becomes useless. It's possible. It's not possible. We need to research and invent to do that. Bomb disposal is another robotic arms are required. Explosive tag-ins. Last one is very interesting. When the explosives are manufactured, for genuine purposes they do. But these explosives are taken, trucks and trucks and trucks of explosives which go from Gomia factory to this place or some factory, Ichapo factory to this side, are looted away by the miscreants and anti-nationals. No, it's a national security issue, major issue on national security. There are some tag-ins can be produced, at least we can trace them back. That's not possible. That's not being done today. So we need to have some sort of research into this issue of tag-ins. Information technology can be used in many ways. Firstly, the satellite imagery for whole of India with vector layers, different layers. Specialized training courses in such things. advanced firing simulators, simulators for vehicles and UAV pilots simulators, for enhancing the competence of the security forces, communication equipments, UAVs are there. Bombay-based company, IIT youngsters have manufactured a small UAV which we are using, but it's only a sort of rudimentary thing, which without our investment with ICT combination to that, it can make a tremendous impact in the security scenario of the country. A lot of law and order problems. Yesterday I was in Hyderabad. One doesn't know where the julus comes. Wireless. Why can't you have some system by which saying, yes, there are 20 men congregating at a point, 30 men at this place, and the police can act. We don't have the system. So we need to have such system by which, and it's security of the country is involved. How the business shops close down, industries close down, and what for? Why can't we have a system by which we monitor the movement of the people or miscreants and take action accordingly? There's a lot to be done in integrating technology with the security systems. I will conclude here. The VHF I will leave. Optical device is very important. Night vision cameras we have, but they are not functional. The night vision device, mounted devices, see-through image wall, thermal images, body scanners and simulators. Grenade simulators are a rare commodity in this country. When you speak about the information technology, online GIS solution to the companies who are moving around, software-based encryption for digital information, and capacity for cyber forensics. We don't have cyber forensics. I must tell you again an anecdote here. When Kishanji operation took place, he had a laptop. Kishanji is Naxal leader, he had a laptop. Actually, must be a storehouse of information. We were actually working on Kishanji's laptop for almost 3 weeks. And we land upon in a fellow who gets information about him. That's why we killed him. But laptop was our main target, to know where he is, what he is doing. We got the laptop, encounter, a bullet went through, AK-47 bullet went through the laptop. You can imagine what sort of laptop it is. We gave to all the best companies in the world, they could not do it. Finally, we have another agency who has come up here, and we gave it to them. I don't want to mention the name of the agency, a different agency, new brand of youngsters, technologically sophisticated fellows there. A young group of people in a particular agency here. We gave it to them, and mind you, they brought out so much of literature, which even the intelligence agencies are surprised. How did you get this information from? Where did it come from? Entire plan of action which they have for the coming 1 year's time. Everything was in the computer. But that analysis of the computer, we didn't have. The computer forensics capacity that particular agency had, because those children, youngsters, got education somewhere, and they came here out of their own volition, and they did that. It can't be all the time individualized system. We need to have integrated, institutionalized mechanisms. There, we need your support. I think I'll stop here. I was rushing through because I was told that you should stop in 7 minutes. I think I did that. Thank you so much.